Alright my friends, welcome to the video. Today we're going to be talking about alcohol. This is a full day of eating on how I would eat if I'm going to drink tonight, which I'm going to. So tonight we're going to go celebrate for my birthday because I was out of town for my birthday. I was at my big sis Chrissy May's wedding in Lake Tahoe, so I'm back. The FDL crew, we're going to go out tonight and drink. So today I'm going to walk you guys exactly how I structure my food throughout the day and then how I actually track alcohol and my macros and be able to stay on track, enjoy it, have a great time, and build my nutrition around my lifestyle. So alcohol 101 today. Big bowl of Oreo birthday cake. Full recipe will be linked below. This is gonna be my first meal. It is 12:30 right now. Training probably around 2 p.m. So macros would be on the screen. And so you can see like it's a solid amount of carbs, but I'm taking in between 300 and 400 grams of carbs a day. I wanna make sure I'm fueled for my training. And then as we get closer to tonight, I'm gonna eat lower and lower carbs. First thing we need to understand is alcohol has 7 calories per gram. And so when you're looking at something like a Bud Light, let's use that as for example. We have a Bud Light that has 110 calories. And so what we would do is we wanna track this as either carbohydrates or fats. And remember, we have to go back to the basics of macronutrients. Each gram of carb has 4 calories per gram, and each gram of fat has 9 calories. So when we know that, that's gonna help us track these as either carbs or fats or a little bit of both. And so if we wanted to track the Bud Light, which has 110 calories as carbohydrates, we would just divide the total calories by 4 because there's 4 calories per gram in a carbohydrate. And so we would get 27.5 grams of carbs, and you would just take that away from your total for the day. And so you can see like a Bud Light, that actually takes a solid chunk if you're not on a ton of carbs. But what you can also do is track it as fat. You would divide 110 calories by 9 because there's 9 calories per gram. It's gonna give you 12.22222, so you just take away 12 grams of fat. So if you want to track it as a little bit of both, a little bit of carbs and a little bit of fat, so take a little bit of a chunk of each of one of those so it makes it a little bit easier to fit. If your macros are balanced, you have a solid amount of fat and carbs, what you would do is you would take 55 calories, you just divide 110 divided by 2, and then you do 55 calories divided by 4. You get that total, that's how much you take from your carbs, and then you do 55 calories divided by 9, and that's gonna give you how many you take from fat, and then you take a little bit from that. And so the same principle goes across any alcohol you try. That could go with wine, that can go with a vodka club soda, that can go with any drink. You take the total calories divided by which macronutrient you want to track it as, and then divided by either 4 if you're tracking it as carbs, or 9 if you're tracking it as fat, and then you just plug it into your macros. So that could be with any drink you have. And later on in the video, I'm gonna show you guys exactly what drinks that I like to use that are very macro friendly and how I'm gonna fit those into my macros. So one thing I forgot to mention is like, why did I have my first meal at 12:30? Not because intermittent fasting is anything crazy, but think about it this, I usually go to bed around like 10:30 p.m. That's when we're actually going out. So my day is gonna be a lot longer. So by delaying my first meal from 10 a.m. until 12:30 a.m., it kind of puts my day back into its normal schedule, its normal rhythm. So I had my pre-workout meal, and then like I said before, the rest of the day is gonna be a little bit lower carb to make up for the alcohol. About to train right now. Guess we're gonna go into some clips. All right, so workout is done. And one thing that I've noticed a lot of people do whenever they're gonna go drink that night is they absolutely destroy themselves in the gym. They do tons of cardio to try and undo what they're gonna do that night. But why not just fit your alcohol into your normal daily macros? Don't do any extra crazy cardio. Kind of change things around a little bit and don't destroy yourself, because what's gonna happen psychologically is if you destroy yourself in your workout and you're trying to burn as many calories as possible, then in your mind you're like, yeah, I did that earlier. So then you overdrink, and then after you drink, you go and get crazy amounts of food because you're like, well, I earned it. And then you end up eating way more calories than you actually burn. So keep it simple, guys. Like, just move, easy movement, get a lot of steps in, get a good workout in, and just fit your alcohol into your nutrition, and don't destroy yourself. Alright, so what I'm going to be doing right now is making a lavish bread pizza, which is such an easy way to make a low carb pizza, because remember, now that I had my pre-workout meal, which I wanted to be a little bit higher in carbs so I could train hard and fuel my workout, but now I'm starting to lower the carbs. So now I'm going to be going with a low carb lavish bread pizza. And so pro tip, set your oven on 450 degrees. You're going to take your lavish bread and cook it before you add any toppings, because it'll get soggy if you don't. And what I like to do now is I take a tiny bit of egg whites. You'll see just the tiniest bit, and I'll dip my fingers in here and I'll just rub it on top of the lavish bread. What this is gonna do is it's gonna help it really golden up. Just like whenever you make anything and a recipe calls for like an egg wash that you put on there, it helps to really crisp this up. So you can just spray butter spray on there if you want, but I've noticed is adding this, literally I have 10 milliliters of egg whites in here. Take a little bit of garlic powder, because this is now has an egg wash on there. It'll hold on to the garlic powder, and you can see, oh, this is gonna be so good. You can season your lavish. So just sprinkle. Now we're gonna put this in the oven until it's golden. For those macros, I get 12 slices like that. Like, listen to the crunch here. So good. So take that tip. You do not want a soggy flatbread or lavish bread pizza. Use those tips, make them super crunchy. I'll have the full recipe in the description below, but I'm pairing this with a big salad like I normally do. You guys watch all my full day of eating episodes, and we're gonna go a little bit lower carb the rest of the day. And after this meal, I'm going to talk to you guys about what drinks I'm going to have tonight and how I'm logging them into my lifestyle. Four sugar-free Jell-O cups, each one's 5 calories. Literally, macros are 1 gram of protein for each one of these cups. So if you're somebody who's trying to save macros for tonight, if you want to have your alcohol, you need to have recipes like this to tackle sweet cravings. So for example, I put some of the same frosting that was on top of my oatmeal earlier, recipes in the description below, on top of each one of these Jell-O cups. And then I put some of this Rice Krispie Treats cereal. You can just sprinkle a little bit on top for a little bit of a crunch, and you're literally good to go. And you have a ballin' snack that tackles the sweet craving and saves you some carbs. All right, so now it's time to figure out how to log your alcohol into MyFitnessPal. So for me, I'm going to stick with tequila and club soda. So literally that's carbonated water and tequila, keeping it super simple. The only calories are coming from tequila. And so most times when you get a drink like that, it's about 1.5 ounces of tequila or whatever liquor that you're going for. So I know that 1.5 ounces of tequila is 96 calories. So I'm gonna track it as carbohydrates. So I'm gonna divide 96 calories by 4, and that's gonna give me 24. So that's gonna let me know that 24 grams of carbs per drink. So if I'm gonna have 4 drinks, I'm gonna multiply 24 times 4, and that's gonna give me 96 grams of carbs that I'm going to track into my macros. So literally I'll go into MyFitnessPal, and as you guys can see, I have a tab for alcohol. I'll click on that, I'll search for food, and I already have in there something for carbs. So I'll just type in carbs and I'll click on there, I'll change it to 96 grams, I'll press the check mark. If you want to add your own carb tab or carb entry on MyFitnessPal, just add a new food and then title it carb, and then you just put per 1 gram it's 4 calories, and then you can track it that way. So that's what I like to do. So highly recommend you do this and log it in before you start your day. So then you know, okay, I'm going to fit this amount of macros left based around me having 96 grams of carbs or whatever the amount is of alcohol that you're gonna have. So then you can plan around it until, instead of you scrambling at the end of the day because you think you wanna have 4 drinks, but then you've already blown through your macros. Definitely give that some thought, give it a try, let me know what you think, and yeah, have some alcohol. Alright, so here we go. Dinner is served. It's about 8:30 right now. I'm super stoked. I'm actually having a breakfast themed dinner. So it's pretty much like eggs, bacon, and toast, but the rice cakes are my version of toast. You guys saw, we got the cheese wedge, 1 pepper jack cheese wedge on each rice cake, and yeah, this is a super ballin' meal. I have another big salad. You guys saw me making that. Yeah, so super excited. I'm actually have a lot more macros than I thought. So what's gonna happen is, I'll tell you guys what I'm gonna do, but I'm probably gonna make something that I'll be able to have when I come back from drinking, just so I have something to help soak up a little bit of the alcohol, and I know I have something coming back, because whenever you drink, you know you wanna eat some good stuff. So I'm gonna make sure that I'm gonna prepare that, have that ready, and I'll keep you guys updated, but I'm about to enjoy this, and yeah, I'll see you guys when I see you.
And they hide away from it.
Seven drinks deep. Feeling pretty good, but this Frosty is even better.
And they hide away from it.
Feeling when you come back from the bars, from drinking, you're feeling good, but you want something that tastes really good. And I got this whole Frosty I get to demolish. Call to action: you can win a free copy of the FDL book of recipes if you comment below and let me know what your favorite alcoholic drink is. What do you drink when you go out? What is that one drink? I don't care what the macros are, what the calories are. What is that one drink you absolutely love? And then also, what is the food after, when you drink, that you tend to want to have after you drink, after you've drank for the night? You guys get what I'm trying to say. So let me know in the comments below. I'm gonna pick one winner, and you guys want a copy of my best-selling recipe book. So I am going to enjoy this because I need to go to bed. It is almost 3 a.m. Had a great night, hung out with the crew, and we had a great night. Enjoy this, a big old thing of beauty. So good. I love you guys. Yeah, I love you guys. Our time is our most valuable asset, and you guys spend time watching these videos and consuming this content, and it means the world to me. Honest to God, it's crazy, and yeah, just know that every single time you guys watch, just know that I appreciate you so freaking much. So thank you guys so freaking much for watching. Please give the video a thumbs up. Please subscribe. As you guys know, we have so much more cool content coming. And as always, thank you. God bless. And I'll see you guys in the next video.